How long is 671 days? In the context of modern history, it is perhaps equivalent to a few seconds. But to me, this represents a period in which Ukraine has experienced more than what many countries have experienced in a century. This is also the number of days I have served as my country's defense minister. I took office on November 4, 2021, when Ukraine has been facing Russia's hybrid war for 8 years. In 112 days, the Kremlin began a full-scale war that Europe had not known since World War II. Ukraine became the first state in the world to wage war against an aggressor simultaneously in 5 areas: land, air, water and information and cyber environments. As defense minister, I was always thinking about what the Ukrainian armed forces would need not today, but tomorrow. This led to vital acquisition of Javelins, NLAWs and Stingers. Then we acquired the M777 howitzer, Patriot missile system, and now we are preparing to deploy F-16 fighter jets. This could not have happened without the will, determination and compassion of my fellow defense ministers in more than 50 countries around the world. Since monthly meeting is at Ramstein airbase in Germany, we have united under leadership of Ukrainian Defense Contact Group, also known as Ramstein format, and U.S. Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin. I would like to thank my defense minister friends. You are the people who wrote a new page in world history. It is thanks to you that Ukrainians can honorably resist Russian aggression. We will never forget those who lent a helping hand during the most terrible time in our history. However, I would like to touch upon a few important points for my defense colleagues. The goal of the civilized world should be to stop Russia's its Georgia 2008 its 2014. Impunity Crimea led to Donbas. The impunity Donbas allowed Russia's aggressive intervention Syria, Syria's disregard events and Donbas a large-scale war Ukraine that resulted deaths hundreds thousands. People, millions refugees, as well as humanitarian ecological disasters. Do we want the list of these sufferings to get longer? You must realize that you are responsible for the entire future of humanity. That's why it's vital that you act decisively. Russia its partners challenge not only the independence and sovereignty of a European country, but the entire world order, including international law, humanitarian security institutions. Whether the civilized world can prevent a third world war will depend on its reaction to Russia's actions and how the war in Ukraine ends. Russia will not be stopped by a freeze of conflict, ceasefire or concessions in 1938. In order to prevent what would become World War II, an infamous agreement was signed in Munich providing for transfer of the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia to Third Reich. Soon the Third Reich had full control over what remained of Czechoslovakia, including its significant military arsenal, which would later play a key role in the invasion of Poland and Fr.